I've had a lot of people ask me about the scheduling for each of the classes. So, like, how much time are you supposed to spend every day on language arts, for example? Let's take a look at that. This document that I have is just straight out of the Saskatchewan Learning website. And it has the time allocation for each of the classes for grades 1 to 5. So it doesn't include kindergarten because it's kind of set up on its own schedule. But it does include grade 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to be talking about the grade 1, 2, and 3 mostly. And I'm going to focus on language arts, math, science, and social studies. I'm just going to grab a pen here and show you how this works. Okay, so here it says that we should be spending about 560 minutes per week on language arts. Now there's a lot of ways to look at this. If I take a look at how many hours a week that is, if I divide this by 60 minutes, so 60 minutes in an hour, divide this by 60, it'll come out to about actually a little more than 9 hours per week. So we should be spending about 9 hours per week on ELA. Or if we break that down to see how much time per day that is, it's about 2 hours per day. Now you can see that my math is a little bit rough here because I'm just estimating. But it'll give you the idea. So you should be spending a couple of hours every day on ELA. Now that sounds like a lot, but keep in mind that that includes a lot of different things. So that's a lot of your daily stuff like spelling, printing or handwriting practice, doing sight words, paired reading, also the drop everything and read. All of that is included in your language arts minutes. For math, it's 210 minutes per week. And again, if we divide that by 60, we'll end up with about 3.5 hours per week. And if we want to figure out how much that is every day, that's about 40 or 45 minutes per day. So I'm just going to put 40 minutes per day. And again, I'm just doing kind of rough estimates here. And science, 150 minutes per week. So if you look at that for the entire week, if I divide that by 60, we're looking at about 2.5 hours. Per week. And if we look at how many minutes a day that is, that would be about 30 minutes every day. There we go. And for social studies, I'm just going to use ditto marks because it's the exact same amount of minutes. It's 150 minutes a week, just like science. So that would also be 2.5 hours per week, or about 30 minutes a day. Now, something to keep in mind is that these numbers are to give you guidelines. So we should be spending about that much time every week on these subject areas. But one of the beauties of online learning is that it's flexible. So for example, if there's a week where you want to spend a lot more time on ELA, you can do that. And then maybe the next week you're busy and you'll spend a bit less time on ELA. Or same with math. Maybe you get going on an assignment, you're on a roll, you want to do 2 assignments one day. You can do that. And then there might be a day where you're busy doing some other subject, and then you might do a little less math. So these numbers are intended to give you guidelines as to how much time to spend on your classes every day or every week, but they're not written in stone. So the idea behind online education is flexibility. Keep that in mind when you're doing your daily schedule, and if you need help coming up with a schedule or if you need help with any of these things, feel free to give me a call or send me an email.